Now, probably some years ago, I'd have been a little hesitant in talking like that stuff openly, because they say, what the young kid, the young, please.
Come on, Pastor.
Now, I know what my mindset was when I was a certain age, and I know it's even more out there now. So don't nobody be like, my 5-year, please. Some of that stuff y'all need to enlighten your kids on right now, before they get false information from somebody else. Well, I had read that 1 Corinthians 6:18. I'm going to read it again, and this kind of explains it. Shun immorality and all sexual looseness. Flee from impurity in thought, word, or deed. He who commits sexual immorality sins against his own body. Now, once again, sexual pleasure outside of marriage is lust. See, because intimacy is reserved for marriage. So any forms of sexual pleasure outside of marriage is lust. And we know with anything else, we're to take control over our flesh, control our even sexual desires. Now let me say this, because some folks say, well, I asked the Lord, who was single, I asked the Lord to take it away from me. No, you don't do that. Like anything else, you take dominion over it. Just like anything else. All right? Now some folks say, well, you know, I'm not fornicating, it's just whatever. Well, see, sexual pleasure, as I said, is reserved for marriage. And it's if you're a Christian, it's supposed to come from your spouse only, not from yourself. Don't write me no letters. My staff ain't gonna answer it. Now I know this is a huge issue. I ain't talking about the world. This is a big issue in the body of Christ. See, because everybody and their mama know fornicating is wrong, so you know, I don't want to get caught up into that and then even risk getting some drama with some joker. So I'm gonna play it safe. So you never want to be out of, don't have self-control. And then even the simplest thing with a person who doing that, where's your mindset at? One we just read here, flee from impurity in thought, word, or deed. I'm not thinking about nothing. Who are you kidding?
Go ahead, Pastor. Go ahead.
Okay, maybe I get off that one too. And I'm saying that, and I'm not being critical or condemning it, but hardly that. And the reason this came up, because you do have some people who just who don't know that, who just didn't know. But now you know. You know, that's, and you have, all of us, we have to crucify that flesh in anything. I've said this for years, because you've had a lot of Christians who would, get into fornication and they don't want to keep sinning, so they end up getting married. But see, the problem with that's lust, and then you end up taking that spirit of lust in that marriage. And because you got married, or because now you got someone to fulfill those desires, does not mean lust has went away. Because if you don't overcome that, what's going to happen is that lust is still there, and then just the spouse is not enough anymore. Is that real talk? That's how it happens. So you don't want to, because lust is a spirit. You don't want to take that into a marriage. And Christians will do that, oh, so-and-so, you get married because you don't want to do that and all that kind of stuff. But see, we got to daily crucify our flesh, like anything else. Now, I know single people could think, well, see, that's easy for you when you marry. That's not true. Married folk got to crucify their flesh. Don't you think for a moment that a married person's mind can't wander off to Brazil? Now I'm dealing with real life with this. I talk to people and deal with it, and people, and it could all, some things could always seem easier on this side than that side. And then people could say, well, see, y'all don't know how I feel to be this and be that. Absolutely. If you don't conquer that lust thing, you can deal with a married person who got somebody legal to be with. You got to crucify that flesh. All right? So those who did not know, you know now, you held accountable. Amen. And you don't want to get caught up in that. Crucify that flesh. See, don't Scripture said don't let sin have dominion over you. Take control on you. You got to crucify it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And then don't put yourself, I was telling this to a gentleman not long ago. He was saying he's struggling. No, nobody here. Like I said, I talk to outside people. He said, I just struggle. I say, listen, stop putting yourself in this position. You can avoid a lot of things by not putting yourself in certain positions. See, because I don't care who you are. We all, I didn't say actually execute and do, but we all can be tempted by something. All of us. Temptation is not sin, but yielding to the temptation it is. So most times to avoid yielding to the temptation, I don't put myself in the position to be tempted. Because we all can be tempted in something.